Alright, so there's two topics that I'm going to be talking about in this video. First topic is a calorie deficit, how to lose weight and the only way to lose weight. The second will be how to build muscle. Now, these two things can be very difficult if you do not have a plan. But if you have a plan, then you really shouldn't be struggling with it. So let's get started. Now, some people may ask the question, what is a calorie deficit? Well, essentially a calorie deficit is where you're burning more calories than you're intaking. So for example, if a person were to weigh like about 180 pounds, and let's say just hypothetical, of course, their calorie maintenance just to maintain weight is about 2,500 calories. If you want to lose weight at a healthy rate, you should reduce that by 500 calories. So if you want to lose weight, then only eat 2,000 calories instead of the 2,500 calories, and then you will start losing weight. But I would also like to mention it really just depends on the person. A person can weigh more, they can be older, they can be taller, they can be shorter, etc., etc. So if you want to calculate this at the most efficient accuracy, I guess you can say, then I suggest you go online, put in the BMR calculator, put in your age, your height, your weight, and all that, and it should give you an accurate amount of what your maiden should be like depending on all those factors. So just to push this terminology even further and put it to the test, this was me at 260, literally 260. My maintenance was maybe 3,000 calories, and I had to reduce that by 500 or 800 calories. I forgot which one I picked, but I was reducing my calories. I was making sure I ate under 3,000 calories. And that's how I lost weight and went from this to this. So it's very important you really keep track, especially on counting your calories. And if you really don't want to be too picky, please read the food label of what you're putting in your body first. But yeah, that's the conclusion I'll bring on the topic of a calorie deficit. I really don't need to talk about this anymore because it's that simple. You know, whatever your maintenance comes out to, reduce it by about 500 or 800 calories. I would prefer 500 calories so you don't lose weight super quick and lose a lot of muscle in the process. It's better to lose weight more slowly than faster. So yeah, that's all I need to talk about for the calorie deficit. Now on to building muscle. How do you build muscle? I would admit building muscle is a little bit more harder than losing weight, but it's just as simple. Do not oversimplify this as well. Now, there's a lot of factors to talk about. The first factor and one of the most important is training. The first optimal thing I would say about training will be hitting the muscle groups twice per week, not once. Now, there is some exceptions. If you have very good muscle genetics, then hitting the muscles once a week for you may be good. Like for example, the bro split, that may fit you. But I suggest hitting the muscle groups twice per week because I feel like you're neglecting a lot of muscle growth and potential if hitting it once per week. Another beneficial way to gain muscle when it comes to training will be progressive overload. So, for example, let's say you started at the gym with 10 pounds and your rep range is 10 reps. Let's say you get 10 reps in the first week. The second week, you can stay at the same weight, but up the reps. So first week, 10 pounds, 10 reps. Second week, 10 pounds, 11 reps. Third week, 10 pounds, 12 reps. And then week 4 should be maybe 15 pounds back to 10 reps. And that's how you progressive overload and build that muscle. Another beneficial factor when it comes to training would be mechanical form. What is mechanical form? It's essentially having strict form when going to failure or past failure. Now, this is very important because you see a lot of people when going to failure or past failure in their reps, they tend to break form. And when you break form, you break tension off the muscle. And you want the most tension being built up on the muscle to maximize your gains. Now, am I saying that if you have a slight bit of a lack of form, would that reverse your gains and you won't gain muscle? No. You can break form a little bit here and there, but most of the time I suggest you keep good mechanical form and never break tension. Second would be recovery. How do you recover? How do you maximize muscle growth? It's as simple as taking rest days. You know, a lot of people say, no, don't have rest days, no days off. Please don't listen to those people. That's quite idiotic logic, but they're just trying to motivate you, right? But even though they're trying to motivate you, I would still suggest you take rest days to be smart, recover, sleep about 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe 12 hours if that's good for you. But sleep a lot of hours, have some rest days, and recover well. Number 3 would be your nutrition. I cannot stress this enough about how important nutrition is. In fact, it's about 65 to 70% important in terms of overall how you're gonna look at the end of the day and how much progress you will make. You are what you eat. So, I'm sure you heard the phrase, getting your protein in for the day. Well, believe it or not, protein isn't just the only important thing. You need your natural sugars, your carbs for energy, you need your vitamin C, vitamin D, your calcium, your potassium, your iron, etc., etc. You need all those things to fuel your body to have a peak performance. I also want to touch up on the fact of protein. How do you determine how much protein you get in for the day? Well, you need to actually calculate that, and actually goes back to the calorie deficit argument, is you need to check your body weight. If you weigh, let's say 180 pounds, you would need about 180 grams or 200 grams of protein to fulfill your protein in for the day. It's per pound of body weight, I believe it is. So yeah, make sure you're getting that much protein in depending on how much you weigh. And that is a wrap for today's video. We talked about how to build muscle and lose weight, all in one video, all connected. So yeah, this is my first video, so please show appreciation for it. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with me with what I said in the comments. I'm actually very curious. And put down your goals and what ways you would better yourself, self-improvement, because this is what the channel is about, and overall your careers and aspirations, etc., etc. Until then, see ya.